Gde si, Momoslave? Šta ima, bre, ti si mi dobar? Dobrodošao. Igramo se malo, brate, igramo se. Može, brate. Šaljem ti posle partije. Evo me Uroše, da jesi ti, vrte? Da se radi na estradi. Ao, brate. Ti ga šuriš s kafama.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, terms like genius and legend are often overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho. One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile. He was born with a football at his feet. He's being urged to shoot. Played out to the right. Crossed and up he goes! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Now he's got space here. He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he was alert to it. They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Ronaldinho. Seedorf. And it's Zanetti. That's good running with the ball. And the shot's on here.
Šta bre? Ma daj. Pošteno, brate, mora. Welcome to the stream. Natikuelijev.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat. So, a breakthrough already. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there. Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. That has ended up in no man's land. Driving forward. Seedorf. Rummenigge. Well seen. Saw that coming. That was well played. Well stopped. Botafogo are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side. Inter Milan have it back and can go again. Bullet can be a real threat inside the box. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard makes the interception. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Here's a sharp little ball here. Pele picks it up out wide. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. This is the time you need that pace. Pull it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. And it's Hullet. Now, can they get him away? Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack. Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle. And they have got just the right players for that. Hullet chasing after it. Pele. And it's Seedorf. And this is Nedved. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Iskreno nisam ni video, brate, zašto je svirio faul, verujem.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that. Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Played into space. Caught offside that time. Seedorf. Lahm. Thuram is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Maldini. And the return pass. And it's Thuram. Now Seedorf. Aimed beyond the chance for a shot! It's in! Botafogo back on level terms! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter.
Brate, jeba me lik.
Strong teams are fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Lahm. Now it's Pullet. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking for options for movement. And a chance! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Great ball, and he's in here. And he's gone backward here.
Nice.
Interception. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Probing pass. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Seedorf. And it's played forward. And that interception was most... And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Reflections on the first half?
Botafogo will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Botafogo get the second half going.
Botafogo are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Looking for the run. Lahm delivers. Terrific header.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Tries to pass it through. Looking to go deep.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Van Dijk. Pullet looks to get on the end of this. And it's Vieira. Turan. It's a sharp pass. Some really good ball movement. And it's Seedorf. Goes for a shot! It's there!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Ronaldinho. And he's in on goal. Well, that looks a deep shapes to shoot. Cleared away. Incoming. He gets
Ej, jebem ti igricu, ti jebem. Smrdljivo.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 11.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, all square and not for the first time.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. And it's Ronaldinho. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Knocks it into space. Can he finish?
Brate, što mi sklanja igrače, bre, čoveče? Jebem ti.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defenses apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Jebem ti, mrtvi smart assist. Pun kurac ih je.
Yeah, they say that fortune favors the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Kako mi pomera štopere, znači igrica nikad mi ne stoji tu, štoper sad pomerem. Jebem ti smeće, ti jebem. Odbi mu se dobaci.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, And this is
Yeah.
thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Climbs up big. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
Cambio di giocatori.
Inter Milan have their second corner now. Takes a shot.
Pomeri mi opet igrača igrica.
Turns and goes back. Oh, right place, right time. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Ma brate. Ovo je presmešno, majke mi šta mi radi.
Botafogo really could have done without this. The ball is on the spot. Here we go. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Inter Milan go into the lead.
It was definitely a brave call by the referee to give that penalty, and I think the way this game is going, it could easily turn out to be the decisive moment.
And here's the chance to counter. Pull it. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Just 5 minutes left. Oh, that's well spotted.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Majko moja, od koga ja gubim?
And it's Neymar. Played out to the left flank. And he's whipped it across. Oh, the touch is just too...
Ja ne verujem šta mi uradila igrica. Celu partiju šta mi radi.
I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Ja ne verujem celu partiju. Penal. Sklanjam igrače. Gubim od bota nekog propalog.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Seedorf. Good looking ball. And this is Thiago.
Šta vam je? Odigrajte jebeni pas.
Vinicius Junior is...
Vidi ovo, jebote. Ne reaguju.
Great vision.
Sklanjam igrače.
And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Au, brate, evo ti, daj gol. Evo, daj gol, bravo. Izgubimo i teramo novo, a u pičku materinu.
A two-goal lead and they're firm.
Će se nerviram, brate.
It is all over. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established.
Uopšte neće se nerviram, pustim čovjeka da pobedi i to je to. To je to igre od početka i ćao. Bravo, Smarta Sister.
kad se iznosom.
Kad sam te stezao za ruku?
Šta kosite se?
Evo sad
Ja, ajde, samo se ti, tebi je to najbitnije, da ti ne bude natirnik.
Dobro.
Niti ti natirnik. Nemo samo to, glavi.
Ne igraš da sam te stezao za ruku da se ne veselim.
I ti me te dodaj.
Dobro.
Ljuti tamo, bebić, stvarno.
Kad sam te...
Dragi mi biće kad sam rekao da si ispravno. Sada sve jedan nije letki, ali... Na tebe se povedeš.
Da mi napravim jednu bilo teskravicu.
Gde si, Petre, šta ima, brate?
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across.
Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Botafogo are looking to go forward now. And he cuts out the supply. Zola. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff looking to play him in. And he's heaved it away.
Buy shit. Go play more with your smart assist shit.
Tries the cross. Lovely, now then.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a sharp pass. Rummenigge. No, that's been intercepted. Van der Sar punts it upfield. And it's Cruyff. Solar. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, what has happened here? Played in by... Oh, smashing header! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Botafogo! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. That looks a decent ball. Mateus. Pullet. And he's lost his man here. There he goes, motoring forward. Chance for a shot! Well, Hullet! Oh, it's They are really purring here. And
Ček da
they
vidim.
have extended
Aj,
their lead in the blink of an eye.
jebote koju razliku pravi.
Sweeping move, executed
Samo jedan dribbling.
exemplary
What the
efficiency.
fuck?
Botafogo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Botafogo are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped in.
Big chance!
Ovo je još brđe, le.
That was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And the finish! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
3-0, and things are starting to look... Applies the finish! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
Serbia certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Seedorf's delivery. He rises! They've scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Botafogo are at
Tu
the peak
kakav
of
pas
their
je.
powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's Hullet. Cafu. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zola.
Ibrahimovic really
Da.
Marshall there,
Doktorski.
and denied the opportunity to turn.
Pirlo. Now it's Luis Suarez. Well, that's beautifully weighted. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Strokes it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It's a promising position. Looks across. And he shoots! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Na šta se naljutio, Azar?
Bullet. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. And it's Hullet. And here's Suarez. And the pass is intercepted. Can he get it through? And Cruyff! He scores! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
They're still trying to make a game of this.
Gde si, bre, Slavik? Šta ima, brate?
Oh, that's a waste.
Look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Thuram does really well there. He is strong.
To rekao za mene?
Yeah, tumble under that challenge. Now it's Luis Suarez. Cruyff. Nice interception, well timed. Mateus. Cruyff. And it's Gullit. And here's Suarez. Brilliantly cut out. And there is the half-time whistle.
Botafogo have been simply outstanding in the first half. There doesn't seem to be a single weakness in their team, and should that not change, they could go big from here.
Botafogo lead by 3 in a game all about goals. It's so easy on the eye and promises more of the same after the break. And we're off again. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chill.
It's in! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Suarez really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Serbia give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Rummenigge. Great ball and he's in here.
Jävligt.
And Gullit! Glorious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And he is just ripping it up! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
He's having a shot! It's in! It is no contest. It is a...
Šta kažeš Nikoliću, na mene nešto ljut?
That really
Nisam ispratio baš najbolje.
all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business. Doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished.
Rummenigge! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Gullit. Rummenigge. And he's on his way. Rummenigge couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered.
Decent chance! It's in! It hurts.
Brate, izađi jebote.
Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, it's a goal fest, and
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Fu 2 bullet header.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, now here's Adriano, quite an enigma.
That probably best describes him. A fabulous natural talent that...
It's a mighty effort! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Cruyff. And it's Lam. Early ball. Terrific header! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Pa nisam nešto Slavik se u hajpu za Arija, iskreno.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rummenigge.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Great chance! Now, he's gone for goal!
Čuš je, bak tego.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's Seedorf. Vieira. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he's had it nicked away. Oh, that's well spotted. Lam. Looking for the run. The ball is bounced loose now. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Ambitious ball here. Rummenigge is onto this. Pull it. His judgment to go back.
Really got in his...
Header!
Šta će više da odbrani Buffon, evo te, a?
Adriano. Vieira. And here's Ibrahimovic. Botafogo finding their passes. And he's there to belt it away. Oh, he's managed to get himself off. Adriano gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Mateus. Rummenigge. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nesta gets a foot in and...
Aj, bio sad primio 3 komada da ne igra na Smart Assist.
And now the breakaway. Pass somewhat off target. Vieira. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Adriano. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Adriano unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Botafogo have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Could move up a gear here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Deco. Mateus showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Ibrahimovic. Botafogo have reclaimed it.
Koji primer, brate, koliko je smart assist bolestan.
Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Seedorf. Adriano. Cruyff. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Besiktas clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
No, he's not getting his way this time. And it's Hullet.
1 minute added time.
Seedorf. And this is Hullet. And he's cut it out. Cruyff. And it's Lahm. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first-half thoughts?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
A me gusta ne igra 1-1, on igra samo 3-3 ova.
It is 0-0 here at half-time. There's the start of the second half.
Botafogo have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Played back. Now he's got space here. Can he finish?
Kakva pas.
Oh, he's quite
Kakva
the
pasčenka.
speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Botafogo have fired themselves in front.
And talk about the perfect time to score.
Can he finish?
Oh yeah, what?
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Botafogo have their second corner now. Mateus goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. There's a sharp little ball here.
Oof.
Ball's gone out of play. Rummenigge, passing nice and neat. Nicely weighted ball. Tries a shot! It's there! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing.
He's having a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Poznaj Hanover.
Corner number 3 coming up. Mateus with the short one. Oh, it's Seedorf. Besiktas are looking to go forward now. 60 minutes played. Adriano. And it's Cruyff. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. And that's another good win of the ball. Adriano. It's Adriano! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Adriano brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Seedorf. Lahm. And this is Hullet. And this is Ibrahimovic. Takes aim and crosses. Brilliantly cut out.
Botafogo couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Deco puts his foot on the gas. Played into space out wide. And he's managed to get shapes to shoot! Really well taken goal. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
O jebem ti.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now.
Znači stvar mrzim izmenu da napravim.
Totally up for grabs.
Substitution.
Botafogo get their 4th corner. Besiktas have the chance to go the other way. Can he get it through? Not the most accurate pass. Yeah, lovely pass, but can he get there? Now this could be a chance. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Botafogo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Botafogo go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Tchouameni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Good running, strong and purposeful. And that's a throw-in. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's searching through, looking for options for movement. Deco. And it's Lahm. Aimed beyond the defence. In by a header! He will be livid with himself.
Substitution from Besiktas. Number 7.
So here comes a substitution.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, no joy this time. Roberto Carlos. Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. Knocks it into space. Oh, just skips past his man. Plenty to aim at here. Bergamy did well to stay calm there.
Really well played. He read that perfectly.
Vinicius Junior.
Decent attempt at, just a little mistime. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Seedorf. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Ne znam, brate, sad će da obavimo razgovor.
5 corners now.
Slučajno sam to čuo na chatu.
Played it short.
Da vidim u čemu je problem.
Mbappe! The whistle
Tako da
has
tu
gone.
sam za neki minut.
All over. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired.
Momo, evo ti build, brate. 8, 8, 12, 9, 1. Zbiva po mom streamu, da si ljud na mene. Ne znam koja li provocira sve na mom streamu, i Slobicu, i Šipku. Pa to je to, ne znam ni ja da blokiram na YouTube-u, to je problem. Dobro, brate, ništa onda da te ne uznemiravam. Ajde, čujemo se, brate, pozdrav. Ćao, čao. Evo me. Nikoliću, brate, ne piši gluposti po streamu. Zamolio bih te, sad sam se čuo sa Azlarom. To je notorna glupost koju si ti rekao, brate. Tako da, tu smo da se družimo, ne da prozivamo bilo koga. Osim Smarta Sistere, da se ogradim. Gde si bre Bumpi, šta ima brate? Jebote, ne mogu da verujem kolika razlika između 90 i 91 driblinga kod igrača. Neverovatno. Ko je ovaj? Ko je sad ovaj što mi piše? Again you and me. Jebem ga. Ne znam više ni koga imam u prijateljima. Jel tako Momo, brate moj? Ajmo jedan pozdrav za Zara. Brate, fino mogu ti kažem. Radim konačno prvu smenu, pa imam dan koliko poželim. I onda baš je fino, brate. Hvala Bogu, ne žalimo se. Pa jel se to sad igra, čekaj da pustim. Sad će da me koštaš 30 poena 100% u diviziji, čekaj da pustim, sad. Opa! Idemo jako! Će da pustimo, brati, onako ništa pametno nemamo da radimo. A to što će žena da me ostavi što je nisam zvao, lako je vama, momci. Žrtvujem ovdje svoj život radi vas.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The instantly...
Desi mi lanče, brate, ali me namuči sinoć u kupu, jebote. Odigro si ga, alal ti kurac, brate moj. Svaka čast, bravo.
So it's down to business here.
Opasno si me namučio, bez jebancije, brate.
Has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just a supporting cast in an act where he will always take the centre stage.
The Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
Gledaj kako glupa animacija, brate. Znači, nije mi jasna animacija.
And it's Hullet.
Au, čoveč.
Knocks it into space. Could be danger here. And the finish! Big moment! Massive goal!
Ja ne verujem, brate.
It's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Botafogo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be
Au, ljudi moji.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get
Šta
away
je
from
sa
it.
igricom, jebote?
Rummenigge.
Šta je sa igricom?
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. They're urging him to shoot, and the shot!
Kako je bolestan, znači. Kako je bolestan.
Level in a trice!
Well, if
Je se čujem na streamu, alo?
lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it.
Nije mi uključen live, a znam da sam gasio.
Chins are up.
Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better.
Aj, se čujem na streamu, Momo?
Old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
To. Jebot.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was
Ovdje nikako da uradim šta treba, uvek pogrešim. Ja ne mogu da vam objasnim kako čudno se ponaša ova igrica, ovu partiju.
Period, and it's looking quite a game here.
Vidi-
Pass is intercepted.
Jujujuj.
Defense. Rijkaard. Twente finding their passes. Hullet. And this is Paul's shooting chance. Oh, and that is really
To.
tenacity.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Ovo ne valja.
Backward it goes. But it's Thuram. Mateus. There's no flag. He rises. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been.
Ne daj,
That's good
brate,
movement,
boš.
though.
Znači, ne daj,
He
boš.
couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Just eases him off the ball. Rummenigge. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. And he's got shot at goal.
Moćni Ruud Gullit.
Botafogo! And the comeback is complete. Any thoughts on the goal?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
Botafogo take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
It's played through for him. And he's surging through. And it's made its way to him.
Evo, ovo da je prošlo sa Ibrom. S ovim Bregulitom. Kuku.
Show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just
Bravo,
so
Loptare.
congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Pull it. It's a promising position.
Mrmus, brate, pa to ti je zbog smart assista kog imaš uključenog.
He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense, played out to the right. And he's gone looking for safety. Twente are looking to go forward now. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Now it's Hullet. He's shifting through the gears here. That's really well manoeuvred. Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Passing is crisp and sharp. Hullet. And this is Ibrahimovic. And this is Ibrahimovic. An uncompromising challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Ibrahimovic charging forward, the ball at his feet. Ibrahimovic might just make this. Great defending, strong and determined. Played into space. That is a great pick out.
Ma ne, bre.
And that should get the job done. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Deep cross. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Ma okačim ih na kitu ja njih.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
Brat.
And we've reached half-time. Oh, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2 goals to 1.
Imam osjećaj da sam zgazio lika, brate, a samo 2-1 vodim.
Substitution in progress.
So off we go once more. Rafael Leao. Mateus. Now it's Rafael Leao. And it's Hullet. Vieira. Seedorf. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Hullet. Pass is just off target.
Ja, i tamo mi je dobro.
And here's Ibrahimovic. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Vieira. Botafogo.
Oh yeah,
Pass their way through. Now it's Pele. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Goes looking wide. Cross needs to be good. Maldini with the clearance. Tries to pass it through. A lot of space ahead of him. Pull it, play. Oh, what a climb! Harmlessly behind.
Look, we've all
Sad ćemo da ga iznenadimo sa taktički. Izbacamo Ibru, a ubacujemo još jednog gol poučera. Ne. Brate, ovaj igrač nikad jebeno nije bio neraspoložen. A,
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Ibrahimovic. Number 7, Mateus. Number 8, Sado.
20 appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Hullet. Hullet has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried.
Decent chance!
ma nemoj, brate. Ma puši ga, smart.
Get a vital touch. Bale actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 3 coming up. He can get that clear.
The attendance for this match was 61,052.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Bullet really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, good-looking ball. Looking tidy in possession here. Rafael Leao going face-to-face with his great rival. Distributed tidily. Elects to cross. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. They've got to make this nice and quick.
He is through here. Oh, well played. Danger averted for now. And here's Hullet. Nedved.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That has ended up in no man's land. That's a sharp pass. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rafael Leao. Now it's Hullet. Ibrahimovic. 20 have a free kick. There could be trouble here.
Nema veze, brate, samo neka ga traže.
In his pocket. Hullet is behind this one.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Hullet!
Samo neka traže, brate.
Corner number 2 then.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Botafogo clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Substitution for Botafogo. Number 6.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Coming on to replace him is
Botafogo are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Mohamed Salah. Good, purposeful. And a chance! So close to drawing level.
That was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
Looking for options for movement. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Nedved. Great vision. And this is Hullet. Pele. And he shoots! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's in! And this is getting better and better. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Botafogo take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lam gets a foot in here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed...
Brate, kako mi čita, bre, odluku, bre.
There's a probing ball. Hullet picks it up out wide. Ernest. Rafael Leao. Pass is coming off in quick succession.
Baš ću ga pitam da li koristi smart assist. Baš ću ga pitam.
Bale. Edmilson. Beckenbauer. Can he get it through? He's come in hard. Tomiyasu. Ernest.
That's baš da je.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Botafogo have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Hullet voted man of the match and deserved.
Gledajte, nek mi objasni neko, kakva je ovo poruka? Why playing in blue? Druže, igram kako ja hoću, šta je problem? Did you use... Kakve su šanse da bude iskren, a? Never use. Dobro igrao, brati. Robbie the best, 79. Ček da ga pitam je li zabranjeno. Ma gde ću bre da trošim vreme, brate, na njega. O, evo ga Urma igra fudbal. Pet jedan tumačka. Kad sam ja pobedio Urmu 5-1, brate. Šta je ovo? I shocked your GG. Ja sam i zaboravio da sam ga usrao. Ma brate, ovo je bilo baš davno, jebote. Ček da im options, da li ima... Nešto mu Čeh moj branio 100%, pa sam mu ja napisao za 100 evra mora da igra tako. Ali dobro, on je fair. Pozdrav za Urmu.
Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's always in peak condition and he'll adapt his game to whatever role is... Chance!
Wow, koji outplay.
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Seedorf, and this is Ibrahimovic. Chance!
Oof.
Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Vieira.
Šta ćeš tu bre Vieira, vrat?
Well seen. Saw that coming.
Kako me iznenadi Vieira, nisam očekivao će tu da dođe.
And the counter is on. Beckham. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now, can they get him away? So just the one early goal to report so far.
O, smart assist.
Is 1-0.
Brate, koliko ih je ljudi, znači... Koliko ih je, jebo ih smart assist da ih jeva. Ospice dobijem kad vidim da menja bar, brate.
Now it's Hullet. Well read, nice interception. And it's Seedorf. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, that's a fine interception. That's a decent clearance. Rummenigge in the hunt and looking threatening. Rummenigge has got himself a free kick.
A, pa svi Turci koriste taj smart assist, brate, to im je... pod obavezno.
Looking to play him in. Lump, he gets big. He's had a shot. They've scored.
So cold.
2 up now, and they are cruising. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Pull it. Neatly clipped into space. And that should get the job done. Ronaldo is firing after that one. Now it's Hullet. Picked out brilliantly. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That has not gone well. Vieira is there, and he can pick it up. Rui Costa. Vieira, nicely spread. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
I poslije čovjek pita što ga kuliram, brate, na streamu.
Mateus. And it's Seedorf. Mateus. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bale. Ronaldo chasing after it. And he's worked it through. Botafogo looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Hullet running with the ball. There's the shot! Hullet, Mateus, look at the space here, caresses it through, skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball, can he spark a counter here? Nicely
Da, da.
Cassias
Kako si opasan.
deal with it himself. Vieira. Now it's Hullet, Mateus. And here's Ibrahimovic. Here comes the... Oh, what a climb! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Ajde, vrati se čas. Došao čovjek da kaže gdje je spava, brate. Laku noć. Ostao tamo gdje si ga napušio, bre. Srce si mi slomio. Ptica mala. Napušio me čovjek ladno. Mene da napuši. Što si tako rano ustao? Jeli Nikoliću, brate, što širiš false info, brate? Idi odmaraj, brate, onda. Kako to, brate? Gdje si ga navukao? Dobro, pa nisi sidu, brate.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The Signal Iduna Park, located in Dortmund. It really is a tremendous arena. We have already started here.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an honest... He races! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant...
Kako ljudi vode protiv mene iz prvih napada, ovo je presmešno.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Now can they get it back? Pitches it off him. Nicely aimed pass. Maldini defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. He's had a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Brat.
Arsenal! And again they hit the front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, that looks a cracking ball. No, that was never going to make it. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Gnabry swings in a terrific header.
Ja moram da mu markiram ovog retarda.
Really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. There's a shot and the shot!
Ali, Lothar Mateus. Kakva zverkica. Kakva jebena zverkica ovaj Mateus, brat.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement.
Shot, surely!
Brate, šta je sa igricom?
Goal! Arsenal! And they're back in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Arsenal take the lead. Really fierce, close defending. Zanetti, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Rummenigge. Chance for a shot!
Ma da.
Hoisted in.
Ma da, brat. Ja ne znam šta je sa igricom, brate. Ja baš ne znam šta je sa igricom, ali majke mi moje.
Pleasingly open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. Threads one in. Oh, it's a great ball. Shoots! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Baron. This looks promising. Baron climbs.
Ja ne znam, majke mi, ja ne znam šta je ovo. Gde si Milanče, brate, dobrodošao.
Double quick time. Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Arsenal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt we'll be looking...
Neće da gore Gullit.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, Red, nice interception. Oh, good-looking ball. Tries to play it through. Play towards the front line. Now it's Drogba. Botafogo are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Mateus, nice sequence of passes this. That's a nicely weighted pass. There's the shot! Really well taken goal. With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And now he has two. Botafogo get themselves back into contention.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
Ibrahimovic, all the way through, so back it comes. Shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight.
Opet ovde probija, brate lik.
You couldn't ask for much more. Well, when it's pieced together,
4-4 prvo poluvreme, jebot.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got...
And it's half-time here. Botafogo are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. And we are up to the break.
Well, who would have expected both teams going in level after that? Lots of drama, and Peter, please don't ask me to pick a winner.
Tako da će biti to jedan zanimljiv okršaj i lepo je da federacije i modela se piše virtualnom pravcu. Nama je prva utakmica počela
Second period then underway.
počela da je prva utakmica
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alex Seedorf. Oh, can they get him away? They're on. Rijkaard.
They want to make the most of this turnover.
Ronaldinho.
Ma kako mu sviraš taj faul?
Not against this opponent. Thuram gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Looking for options for movement. Drogba! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Massaro. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's going for goal!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Arsenal have their second corner now. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, great chance!
Gledam, brate, kako čovjek igra.
Well, that's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number
Ne
3.
daj Bože Luka, brate. Vidi.
Ibrahimovic deals with that comfortably. Botafogo are looking to go forward now. Tries to pass it through. That is a brilliant interception.
Neće da je uzme, jebo.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Here's Roberto Carlos. And it's Gnabry. In with the challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Seedorf.
The attendance for this match was 60,179.
Neartikulisana igrica, brate.
Sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Perfectly measured that. Lovely ball.
Ma gledaj ovaj smart assist, brate. Gledaj ovo smeće, mrtvo.
But that was brave defending.
Mrtva igrica jedna glupa.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Čovjek ne može da ima onakvu reakciju, nema šanse, brate.
Promising build up this. Plenty
Ne može da ima onakvu reakciju. Čim sam stisao šut, instant mi uklizao. Mrš mamu vam jebem smart assistersku da vam jebem. Klošari raspali. A ovo je preterivanje, brate, usraše igricu, jebem li im sve da im jebem.
Substitution for Botafogo.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Matthew. Number 10.
Vieira.
Gullit.
Botafogo perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now this could be a chance. Takes a shot.
Ma brate, šta će da odbrani više čovek na smart assist, šta je ovo?
Yeah, he was well placed to
Znači, ne mogu da verujem, ljudi. Useravam likove, gubim partije, brate, zbog mrtvog smart assista. Vidi gde je on.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Chips it through.
Mada, mada.
Danger averted for now.
Ok, mora da izgubim ovu partiju. I to je to.
Vinicius Junior is always scanning the pitch for targets. He's had it.
Opet brani, brate, ne šuta nigde, šuta u sredinu, retard, bre.
Elastic of saves.
Sa 91 finishing, bre.
beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Shot at goal. And again.
Ma daj, bre, brate, ma daj, bre.
Botafogo.
Kako smeće, bre, od mrtve igrice, bre. Jebem vam sve japansko da vam jebem, bre. Klošari jedni japanski, konamiski.
How very smart.
Jebo vas smart assist feature da vas jebo.
From a defensive
Mamu vam jebem. Klošarsku, japansku.
to give away. Yes, the movement was very good.
Me jebe ovde neka nubara što ne zna da ide po terenu, bre. Da se ja nerviram zbog njega, bre. Mršu pičku materinu, sve vam jebem.
Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager.
Real chance. And that would have won it.
Pele really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Botafogo have their third corner. They've played it short. And the shot!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Najbolje si dao gol.
And it's claimed by the keeper. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he's there to make the challenge. And it's been played through.
Gledaj ovo, brat. A, ovo snimam, brate.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ovo snimam, brate. Šta radi mrtvi smart assist?
Rummenigge. Botafogo finding their passes. Picked up. Big chance! Goal! Two up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Botafogo, 2 up into a position of real strength.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And he's on his way! Chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Evo šta radi igrica. Evo šta radi igrica. Ovdje merim, šut i ono odakle uklizava. Retard. Jebem ti igricu glupu. Ti jebem. Smeće jedno.
Mateus, Rijkaard, and it's Albertini, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Albertini, Kagawa,
Evo. Sad će da vidimo kako Nubara na Smart Assist igra, ima reakcije kao igrač top 100 na svetu. Sad će vidite šta radi Smart Assist glupi. Gledaj Smart Assist šta je uradio. Gledaj ovu reakciju. Gle. Odavde uklizava. Evo, to klizanje. Odavde uklizava. Ali ovo je delić sekunde. A ovdje izgleda usporeno, ali ovo je delić sekunde, bukvalno. Bukvalno delić sekunde. Ja ovo ne bi stigao da uradim. Evo, ja priznajem da ja ovo ne bi stigao da uradim. Gle. Mamu vam jebem. A sad će da bude neki bot tamo 20k, 100%. Evo, 14k retard, noob, jedna nubara koja igra sa Smart Assistom. Jebeni retard. Samo ti iznervira. Ma užas Dalibore, vrati. Samo ti iznervira glupa igrica. Od ovih 8 poraza koje imam, 5 je od Smart Assista. 5 je od Smart Assista. Match up, brat.
prostor, da Haaland uspio da se sagradi, meni je delovalo da je dao tu for, ali dobro se Haaland nagradio.
R2 najviše držim za super cancel kad držim i R1. Sve je to osjećaj, brate, ne znam ni ja šta držim u kom trenutku.
Širi se na desnu stranu, Alvar. Čita Stevijana. On će biti za Omladinac. Stevijan kao da razmišlja da li kratko dok upitam, a da uvek u ovakvim situacijama nema tražiti dugi aut, tako je sve strašno. Čišća. Ide ovo da dekno gora Kovica i curi vreme, su to sve u ovom momentu.
Nisu uspjeli da tako gledaju igrača. Matije i...
Da, evo da, ovo se to mjesto, ovo se može. Bez nekih kreativnih rješenja. Ali ima i dalje
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. So it's down to business, the business that truly gets this crowd engaged. This sight an ageless reminder of the investment in this game. The Pumas know where they truly belong. And if you didn't just miss it, we are up and running already. There's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and...
He would have been quick to recover this.
Simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
And it's Seedorf. Ambitious ball here. Oh, well played, well played. Well, there's the clearance. Joelinton. Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's lost his man here. There's a searching pass. Bullet gets flagged offside. Picked out brilliantly. Corner given.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Mateus with the short one. Engages and forces him off the ball. Hangs it across. Saliba can get it clear. Pumas are looking to go forward now. Nicely aimed pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Pull it. And he's picked it up out wide. Saliba attempts a clearance. He's chosen to go back. Oh, that's a key interception. Ibrahimovic, there's the shot! Ibrahimovic, it could only be him! sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element...
Takes a shot! Sticks it away! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Botafogo have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Now the ball in.
Botafogo really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Botafogo are totally dominant in the middle of the park and no way through zone.
Oh, super ball! And that's been won straight back. Oh, good-looking ball. And he plays one through. That is a brilliant interception. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And they win it back again. And it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Hullet. Hullet stood his ground strong. And Hullet! Ruud Hullet! Oh, it's fabulous! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Vieri. Neymar. Joelinton. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Looking tidy in possession here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Bops it off it and wins back the ball. Shapes to shoot! It's there! And they are right back within touch! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So is this the start of a comeback? Rummenigge, Mateus, João Cancelo, Joelinton, and it's Batistuta. Yeah. Joelinton, and it's Ibrahimovic. Can he get it through? Lam receives it in a wide position. And he's in on goal. And he's running through. Now it's Vieri. Nicely worked. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
It's the short.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
Botafogo are 2 up, And on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Botafogo are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. It's come to nothing. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Pullet. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Skims one in. Tries to get it clear. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Vieri. Neymar. Cross needs to be good. Defending of the desperate variety. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Van Dijk gets it away. Let's make sure that's not getting through. And now they can spring out of defence. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. This looks promising. Now there's a fine ball. The ball goes in. Keeper gets his hands on it.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
He's shifting through the gears here. Vieri might just make this. It's Batistuta. Nicely spread.
I primi su jakinstveno kalendar 3 gola. Garevski i Bečić su bili strelaci sa ovim igračem. Peđa pogotovo taj peti uključujući gol bukvalno je iskružio nogu ispred golmana Insajdersa i onako samo učišao loptu u mrežu. Slično se desilo i pri trećem golu Partizana, ako se ne varam, postigao je i levom i desnom.
Botafogo perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next goal. And now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught and he's following up!
Radili se.
You just cannot stop him! A finish of true class! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! Has a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third quarter of the game. Vinicius Junior moves short. So it's going to be another corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. They've played it short. Vinicius Junior. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pumas have the chance to go the other way. Due. Botafogo are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to... Can he finish?
Brate, ja ne mogu da verujem šta mi radi čovjek.
Right back in it.
Da dobro, gledam, jeben,
Time remaining.
nije PC umjesto da igram.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
And the shot! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete!
Faktiskt.
Just so calm under pressure, and he
Gledam
managed to fashion a
Realov ligu i ne igram.
Well, he had
Bravo.
to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Free to play, bre. Mbappe.
Botafogo making another change here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Vidi taj pas.
Take the lead.
Kakav je to pas
Well, their manager seems
raspadnuti.
to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And that's not going to reach. Vinicius Junior could move up a gear here. Edmilson is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And Hullet against the crossbar. And that could have brought them level.
Hullet really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Pele looking to play him in.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
To je to, brate. Upališ ovo smeće i igraš.
Now it's Mbappe. That is good alertness. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that has left him in a heap. He's a sharp little ball here. Vinicius Junior. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Botafogo are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Well, it's looking like...
And the finish! He's hit it long, but astray. Now it's Due, looking for options for movement. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Thuram has been caught there, it's a foul. Lam is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Šta je ovo, jel? Šta je ovo?
Messi. Mbappe, and he welcomes it in.
Se agregarán 5
For
minutos
João
al tiempo
Cancelo.
reglamentario.
And he's managed to get rid.
Skoči preko Tirama sa 90 nešto jump.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Now he's off and running. Rummenigge. Passing nice and neat. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Now it's Messi. It's a pretty loose pass.
Sramna igrica.
That's out of reach. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's going to have his name taken. And reclaimed it in a try.
Bravo, pane.